worked inside of that place and saw a lot of bad things happen. So wanting to go in there and kind of, that would be like a bookend on that entire history of that place for me and my family would be awesome. Waverly Hills, definitely, because I've missed the last couple times that he's been able to go, know a whole lot about the place. Big itch to go there, and I definitely want to go back to Brushy Mountain.
Okay.
Knowing a little bit more about, doing some of these different investigations, you kind of pick up and learn probably some things we missed whenever we went there the first time. I'd love to be able to go back and do some of that again. And Octagon Hall there again, I definitely want to get back in that place.
Yeah.
Actually,
we've definitely crafted our style a little bit better since that first one. So
I actually looked up this Octagon. I've never heard of Octagon Hall before, and I looked it up while everybody was talking, and it looks super cool. It looks like a round octagon shape. Like, it looks like somewhere pilgrims would live. It's very cool. Is it a museum? Like, can you just go down there for the day and go in? Like, how do you guys? All right, this is something I've always wanted to know about investigation teams. How the hell do you go about contacting the people to get into these places? Like, are some of them like, you want to do what? Or like, are they all just like, yeah, come on in and hang out for the night? Like, do you have to pay for this stuff? I've always just wondered how do you do this?
Send messages through the Ouija board.
All right.
No. It was a joke. It was a joke.
95% of them advertise it.
Okay.
Say, hey, we allow investigations. It's X amount of dollars to do it for X amount of hours. Some of them allow it, but they don't advertise it because they don't want that, I guess, quote unquote, negative attention.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to message them, say, hey, I've heard you allow this. How much is it? How many hours can we be in there? So most of the places we've been advertise it. So you just send them a message or get on their website, pick the date you want, book it, and then there you go. We've had a few places actually reach out to us locally.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we've done, just a couple weekends ago, we did a community center. They reached out to us, said, hey, we got some stuff going on. We'd like you guys to come check it out. We did 3 places actually in our hometown of Dixon. And then there was another place that I'm drawing a blank on, I think, reached out to us. I'm just drawing a blank right now. And we've had a few individuals reach out to us.
To like
we haven't
do home stuff?
decided to do like individual personal residences.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good thought.
We've done my grandmother's house, if that counts.
Yeah,
So,
of course it counts.
It does.
Hey, if you investigated, it counts.
Absolutely.
right. So, but yeah, to answer your main question, most places that we've been advertise it. If they don't advertise it, you just message them and they're like, yeah, we can do this. And you just work it out with them.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know. I was kind of digging the Ouija board answer.
Yeah.
I like that one. So I guess another question would be, when you guys leave, what would be the one piece of equipment that you own now that you could just not go without? If you had to sacrifice everything but take one thing, what would it be?
For me, it'd probably be our dowsing rods.
Okay.
So,
Nice. What about you, Josh?
Couldn't do without.
Yeah, have
Like
to.
the one,
Yep.
have to have.
Yes. If you could only take one tool.
I would say digital recorder.
Nice.
Okay.
I think that'd be my answer, honestly.
Yeah.
I love the EVP thing. I think it's pretty awesome.
Well, the good part about the digital recorder is there's a lot of times it's going to pick up things that we won't hear.
Yeah.
And so I think without that, there would be so much more we would miss.
Yeah, and it seems that like the digital recorder compared to like the camera audio, it picks up more. Like the camera will pick stuff up, but like the digital recorders seem to pick up just so much more.
Well, because you're listening on a different band. It's the white noise, right? It's supposedly it's like an energy field or something for them to feed off of to be able to do that. So I don't know. I've always been very intrigued by EVPs and how they work because you hear some amazing EVPs that you don't hear with your ears. you know, it's incredible to me that you can have a group full of people sitting in a room being completely quiet, but you can have something screaming on a digital recorder. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what are misunderstood the question?
Okay.
I thought you said one we couldn't do without, like I could just throw it away and not be worried about it.
Okay.
That's what I thought you meant.
Oh, no, the one you have to have.
Okay, yeah, I would agree with him then, the digital recorder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fair, though. I mean, hey, if it was dowsing rods, I wouldn't be mad at you.
No.
All right, so I want to ask each of you individually, what is the most prolific paranormal experience that you've had that you will just never forget?
I think
we're going to have the same answer.
We're probably going to have the same answer.
Okay.
It was
Tell it
was
together.
last October. It was it was just me and Josh. We was at the old Scott County Jail in Scott County, Tennessee. So it's just me and him, and then downstairs, one of the ladies that kind of oversee it, she's downstairs in her office editing some video, has noise canceling headphones on. She has no clue what's going on throughout the night. And so we're having all this stuff happen, but it always seemed to happen right before we start recording audio or video, or right after we turn it off when we're switching locations. So it was getting very frustrated. You know, all this stuff's happening, but it's happening when we're not recording.
Right.
And so we were into the night on the second floor in the kitchen. I was like, you know, we've been everywhere else. Let's finish our night here, and we'll just call it a night. And so we got the door closed. We have our REM pod on the table. It's just going nuts. We had another device that we got to use, an EDI meter, which is something we're hoping to get soon.
I don't even know what is that. I don't even know what that is.
It detects vibration. It detects temperature change.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So it's something we're hoping to get soon. So that thing's going crazy. It's fluctuating, and I was recording. I set my camera down, and right about the time I sit it down, we both hear what sounds like a woman from the hallway saying "help," and we're like, you know, what was that? And so I pick up my camera, and I go over to the door. I open the door, and I'm like, "Hello." And right when I say hello, there's this picture hanging on the wall that just flying across the hallway.
What?
Stop it.
And so it scared the teeth of the hell out of me. And he didn't see it happen, but he heard my reaction. He kind of jumped. He's like, what's going on? And that was the second time that picture had fallen that night.
Wow.
And so we're like freaking out. We're watching the video. We go downstairs and get the girl. She's like, hey, check this out. And I send her the video the next morning to kind of edit it, because I didn't have any kind of editing equipment at the time. And I'm like, she edits this video, slows it down, kind of brightens it up. And in the video, you can notice orb come down, goes to the right. You see a shadow figure in the same direction. And then when the picture goes flying, it looks like you see a shadow arm come down and like fling the picture off the wall.
What?
And it's on our YouTube page. It is insane.
God.
And I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be Josh's answer to the question too. But it was an insane night.
So Josh, what's your answer? Dude, that is
absolutely. And the thing is that same picture, like I said, it might have been an hour before, had fallen off the wall. And of course, there again, the way it fell wasn't like it just, somehow slid down the wall and just fell. Like you could tell somebody knocked it off the wall, but we was recording in another room and heard it fall, but we didn't have it actually being recorded falling.
Right.
So, we immediately go out and try to debunk why it fell. Well, they've got this picture hanging up on the wall with Velcro strips on all four corners of it. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like it was just really easy to knock off the wall.
Wow.
And then, we finish up our night, same floor, just kind of a different location. We're using the equipment that we've got with us, and then we had my handcuffs from work as kind of a stage item we'd been using throughout the night. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it was a combination of kind of some of the questioning and stuff that we were doing. You could 100% tell whatever this was kind of ill about us being there in the way and to slap that picture off the wall.
Oh my God.
That's probably that's got to be up there with one of the craziest stories I've heard.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, look, you had me up until the point where you said you could see the hand or the arm hit it. That really takes it over the top for me.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see very clearly in the video, like we've got posted on our YouTube page, because they even kind of circle it so you can kind of see what we're looking at. Mm-hmm. And you, as they slow it down and you watch everything take place, it's just like somebody just walked down the hallway and just slapped it. It spun in the air and went from one side of the doorway to the other through the air.
What?
Dude, that is crazy.
Oh my God.
That is insane.
And what was wild about it is we didn't notice it at the time, obviously. And we're just reviewing it on this little camera screen. Mm-hmm. Like, I was so hyped about it when I got home. I hardly slept. I was like, I have to show my wife.
Yeah.
And so when we got up that morning, I was like, you got to watch what happened last night. And she noticed it like right off the bat. She goes, "What was that?" And I'm still not seeing it. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But then when I sent it to Miranda and she edited it and everything, and I seen it, you can see it clear as day.
Oh my God, that is so cool. And like, you think of like a picture flying off the wall, like hung up by a nail, but this thing is Velcroed to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's intense.
What?
That's intense.
Yeah,
and like
that's a lot.
when it fell the first time, we hung it back up there and we tried pulling it off, and like it took a little bit of force to get it off the wall. Like, it doesn't come off the wall easily. Mm-hmm. So for something just to send it flying through the air like that, it was insane.
Well, yeah, Velcro. I mean, it takes force to take Velcro off. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, I've heard a lot of stories. Like, I've talked to some like big name paranormal groups and stuff. That is probably one of the craziest stories I've heard. I'm telling you, it's the ghost hand that does it for me.
And what makes it even better is the fact that we were able to actually catch it on camera. It wasn't just, some cool story we could talk about that we saw, but we actually captured it for everybody else to see that, hey, look, this wasn't done by us. This isn't some camera trick that we pulled off. Mm-hmm. It legit happened right here in front of our face, and we recorded it for everybody to be able to experience with us.
That is so
crazy. That is amazing. Since you guys kind of, I guess, officially formed during the pandemic, did you guys find it like really hard at first to get into places and stuff? Like, I only know my area because we didn't leave Florida, so I don't know what it was like everywhere else. But did you guys have a hard time at first getting into places with all the rules and stuff like that?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, a couple of places had their strict their guidelines or whatever, but we're the only people in there, so
that's true.
Their guidelines was more for like the during the day stuff.
Okay.
I didn't think about that.
But yeah, nobody ever gave us any issues.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome.
So is your main platform for what you guys are doing are you mainly on YouTube? Because I did pretty sure I seen you guys have a TikTok as well, right?
Yeah, we have YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram,
Twitter. You got Twitter.
Twitter.
That's right.
But we're on everything. I think our biggest following's on TikTok and Facebook. But yeah, like I said, we're on everything. It's all at RKB Paranormal on all of them. So
perfect.
Well, we're definitely gonna watch.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Absolutely.
I gotta find that video. I have to watch that video.
He's gonna go look while I'm warming up pizza.
For sure. So so what's the future hold for you guys? Like, are you guys going to keep this up, or you think you're going to be going to more places? Like, what do you guys got going on in the future that you can tell us? I don't want you to give away all your secrets, but
no, we've actually got one in 2 weeks. We're going to Gainesboro, Tennessee, where it's the Gaines House, which actually used to be an old Civil War field hospital.
Wow.
So we're pretty excited about that one. We got one of our friends going with us who a lot of his family's from there, so we're going to kind of use him as a human trigger object.
Okay, perfect.
And then that's the only one we have lined up at the moment. We're going to go back to the community center in about a month because they want us to come back. At the moment, that's all we've got booked. We have a few places we're looking into. And then actually in October, we're doing a paranormal convention. It's called Phantom Paws and Historic Calls. It's the first one that's being held. It's in Lebanon, Tennessee.
We got to get out to one of those.
Yeah, I know.
So they're
That'd be so exciting.
like all the money that they raise from it, they're going to donate to a senior dog center, and then they're going to donate the other half of the money to like a haunted historic location